Today we will be doing an oil change on a 2007 Ford Explorer with the V6 4.0 using the factory racing parts oil change kit. The tools that we will be using are a 13mm wrench, an oil filter socket, and a ratchet with extension. The parts included are a new factory racing parts oil filter, 5 quarts of 5W20 fully synthetic oil. We also have a new paper funnel, new crush washer, and a new sticker to remind us the next time we need an oil change. We also have a drain pan and then rags as well.
Okay, so the next step will be to remove our drain bolt, and I wanted to point out that there is a pretty good oil drip coming off of the drain bolt the way it sits now, and I suspect that this bolt is missing the drain bolt washer. So we'll get that loose and see what we're dealing with. Okay, and here it comes. Okay, we're ready to put the drain bolt in now that our oil's finished draining. Upon further inspection of this drain bolt, this is actually a style that just takes a O-ring, and the O-ring that was on there was completely flat and torn, so it wasn't really sealing anymore. I was able to find one in my shop that fits. However, on this style drain bolt, it is not really a replaceable part as far as an O-ring. At least it doesn't come separately. So you may have to just find a O-ring that fits. Other style drain bolts of this kit will take an actual drain plug washer. So let's go ahead and get this tightened up. Now that we got our drain bolt tight, go ahead and get the area cleaned up. And next we'll move on to getting our oil filter out. Okay, so our next step is going to be to remove our oil filter. I just used a long extension and the oil filter socket to get that loose. And now I'm going to go ahead and remove it by hand. So I have some brake clean on this rag that we'll use to clean up the mating surface for the oil filter, making sure we have a nice clean surface. Don't want any contaminants that could possibly affect our seal. Have our new oil filter, which I have filled up with oil and also lubricated the top O-ring. Now, when installing a oil filter, much like this one, that has a nice big surface area to get a grip on, I just like to take a clean rag, wipe the surface of the filter. I do have some brake clean on here, and I will get this filter as tight as I can by hand. Okay. And if you don't have the leverage to get it tight by hand, you can use the appropriate sized oil filter socket. So the next step will be to add our oil. This vehicle takes approximately 4.7 quarts of oil. So I'm going to go ahead and add about that much. Giving the car a few minutes to settle down after cycling the oil. See where our level's at now. Alright, so right now our oil level is right about here, and our top of our fill line is right there. So I have just a little bit left in that last quart, so I'm going to go ahead and add that, which should bring us up to our full mark, and then we'll go on the inside and we will reset the oil reset light. Okay, we're going to go ahead and reset our oil life now. To do that, we start by putting the key just one click forward into the on position. We're not starting the engine. Next, we're going to go down here to the reset button. Press that once, then we press the setup button, and we'll be brought to this screen. You want to press the reset button to start a system check, and then when you're told, go ahead and hold that reset button down, and now our oil life is set to 100%. So there you go.